promotions planned for today. It's a black belt ceremony. We do have 2 students who are going to move up to the brown belt. So when we call your name, come up here. Mr. Conrad. Brown belt, Tony K. Obviously, we have a criteria. You have to be on the mats for a certain amount of time. Obviously, we expect you to perform to a certain level when you're on those mats. But just as important of all of that is your character. That's what we try to really push. You know, like if there were no belts, if you just hung out here for years, you're going to get what you came for if you came to learn jiu-jitsu. If there was no belt system, you would eventually figure things out. You would eventually learn jiu-jitsu. But now, to be endorsed by us, this is something that we do hold, you know, at a high kind of priority. Is your character. And these people coming up for the black belt, I'm sure if you've known them as long as I've known them, you'd attest that they have a good character and they're ready to represent. And you know, we're really proud to play this role in their life. And the first one to come up today, Mr. Antonio.
Give me a second here.
Why you have a second? Then take a look too. Man, this is great. Wow. What an achievement, man. Congratulations.
It's an honor to say the least. You know, so many people to thank. You know, first of all, I don't get this without you guys. You know, there's no black belt without you all. I want to thank you know, each and every one of you guys for helping me become the person that I've become over the past 8 years that I've been doing this. I especially want to thank the Rezovic, Eddie, Adam, Professor Idris, for having, you know, the faith in me to allow me to teach at this wonderful academy. Also to the Mbubuyog family. Where you at, Paul? Paul. Back here. Paul, Bernie, thank you guys for allowing me to teach at your school. Big thanks to Professor Andre. Unfortunately, he's not here. Professor Sid. You're the reason why I wanted to do this. I wanted to teach. You know, you hear the saying, be like Mike. Everybody wants to be like Mike, right? I don't want to be like Mike. I want to be like Sid. Be like Sid. I want to be And one thing real quick, guys. You've heard me tell the story a few times, maybe. But my drive for this, like, my motivation wasn't ignited until, you know, my first day here, I loved it. I knew I wanted to do this. 2 weeks in, I came into an open mat. No stripes on my white belt, of course. And it was an hour and a half, 2 hours of me just getting destroyed on the mats. And I remember one roll in particular. It was with Professor Eddie. I don't know if you remember that. It's been a while. And I just remember him just wiping the floor with me with his eyes closed. He had his eyes closed. And I walked out of the academy. I was just like beaten and bruised, you know. And I left with my head up. My thought process was not to give up, but to get as good as these guys. Learn what they do. You know, learn this art. How did they just turn me into a pretzel? You know. And that to me was like my real motivating drive to keep going. It wasn't losing at tournaments. It wasn't trying to get medals. It was that moment when I was a white belt where I wasn't going to let something like that get me down. I would let it motivate me, you know, even more. You know, become not only just a better practitioner on the mats, but to become a better person as well. You know, so I tell that story to you guys because I want you to realize no matter how tough it gets on the mats, how much you get your butt kicked, always keep your head up, chin up. You know, come back to the mats, learn what they did, have faith in yourself. You know, you guys have become my family. It was at a time where I felt alone. You know, this became my sanctuary. This became my direction in life when I felt like I had no direction at all. This became the sails of my boat out in the ocean. You know, so again, I thank you all and keep going, keep training, guys. Don't give up. You know, 8 years later, he still wipes the floor with me. But he's got to do it with his eyes open now. So I made something. So again, from the bottom of my heart, thank you all. My intention is to continue training with you guys and go beyond. Okay.
So the next person. The more I talk, more I'm gonna cry. Got it.
Almost took us all down, Adam. Fix it first.
5 years ago, I got diagnosed with a rare form of eye cancer. Took my left eye completely. They only going to give me less than 5 years to live, but I'm still here. Within that time, I didn't give up. Competed twice, I lost. First tournament, 1 minute, boom, Andy got mad at me. Other year, next year, competed again, not bad, I lost by advantage, 1 point, which is good, it felt good, here's the whole round. That motivated me, this thing didn't stop me, kept training. When you really face an obstacle in front of you, it really defines you, who you are. And what keeps me going is my family, the back. I owe Professor Eddie, Professor Adam, Professor Idris, Gary, all these guys. They helped me a lot. They pushed me, and they're very inspiring. Very inspiring. What else to say? I'm speechless. I can't thank them enough. What's different about this academy is that I've been with these guys for so long. And that's just the technique that's being taught, high-class technique. We learn the self-defense, which is the important part, and also the sport part. You get both two worlds. But at the same time, is the value of the academy, the character, how we treat each other, being kind to one another. And that's the most important thing. It's like what we learn from here, you learn from the outside, how you carry yourself, be a good human being. And that's why I stay in this academy. That's why I stay with these guys. Man, all I gotta say is, guys, when you get hit by a curveball, right, in life, don't give up. Use me as inspiration. It's hard to train, that's why I appreciate it when training these guys, when I'm rolling, you're always learning, never stop. I'm going to carry this belt like a white belt, never stop learning. So set a goal, another goal again, white belt, have this belt around my waist, I'm going to think about that, and this is going to inspire me. Thank you guys, I love you guys.
After Paul had the surgery to remove his eye, he was in the instructor program. So, for the students who are here, that tells you about his commitment to you, to the art, and also, I don't believe anybody's excuses anymore. You know what I mean? Everybody has an excuse, but that's an example of somebody when they love something, they follow through.
We got one more.
Mr. PJ. all to keep learning?
He was 14 years old, 90, maybe 8 pounds, with the gi. I was trying to surprise him. I had him work today in the loop. I was trying to make him think he wasn't getting the black belt. I even called his mom earlier this week to tell her, hey, do not tell him. But my thing didn't work out. I think he figured it out once he saw her. I made a mistake. I should have called her and said, hey, can you hide somewhere while you're in?
Let's clap it up for Mom.
One that kept on bringing him here, you know, waiting outside the car in the cold, making sure he went to class. She put in a lot of hard work, and he came in as a kid. Now he's a grown man. I'm lost for the words, PJ. Speech.
Oh, wow. That mom thing especially just got me, you know? 14. Started doing jiu-jitsu at 14, you know? Small. Man, I'm about to cry. Stand up in front of you guys, saying I'm trying not to cry. I'll see what Highs went through. Alright, let me get this speech out of the way. Starting so young, I had like the best mentors. Like I can't be more thankful for the mentors that I had. All of you guys, like all the different things that you guys done for me, you know?
It's okay, baby.
You're doing great, man.
It's insane, like, I can't even talk about it, you know? You guys mean the world to me, for sure, you know?
You know something? This will tell a lot about you. You don't have to say anything else.
I can't explain, like, all the stuff that you guys have done for me, like, it's insane, you know? And I want, like, all of you guys to, like, look at these guys as, like, the mentors that I look up to, you know? It means the world to me. Like, and then my mom and my dad, my parents and my family, you know, like, bringing me here. Man, I'm sorry, I'm crying, guys. I swear I don't cry. I don't cry. I didn't finish school, but getting this means so much more. So much more than going to school. I mean, stay in school. I don't want to be that guy. Cover the kids' ears. But just looking at this, like, and thinking about all the stuff that I've been through, and coming here every day trying to train, like, setting up a schedule, trying to be like, hey, I'm gonna train 6 hours a day. I want to be the best ever. I think trying to putting this black belt around my waist. Now it's my turn to try to, like, really try to compete with, like, the best in the world and show what the school has to offer, you know, and try to represent you guys as best as I can, you know. There's no other family I'd rather represent other than you guys, for sure. Man, I can't even say my words right now. Thank you guys so much for everything. Thank you, my family, for all the support. Keep supporting me. Thank you guys for always supporting me, being here for when I lose, when I win, when I don't compete at all, whatever.
thank you guys just for just being there, you know. Thank you guys.